Has anyone told you you have a life expectancy of 10 years?
No. Nobody's told me I have a life expectancy of 24. Who knows? I'm gonna live. I'm a fighter. I told you that. One way or another.
We had to try her case twice. The first time we tried it, we went to trial. Philip Morris is very powerful and they have some of the best lawyers, and they got that verdict reversed. So we had to try it again, and just before trial, Cindy was almost dead by that point. She needed that lung transplant. We still didn't have it. Right before the trial started, the Friday before it started on Monday, tobacco companies deposed her again. And so the tobacco companies wanted to say, look, smoking's gonna kill you like tomorrow, so you don't need any future medical bills, to reduce the amount of money they'd have to pay. So they wanted her to admit that she was gonna die soon. We had to massively increase the size of the firm. People were working till 2, 3, 4 a.m., 7 days a week. So we had to take out loans, everything the banks would give us. By the end, what we were risking was the firm, my career, bankruptcy, my house. There's a memo that one tobacco executive wrote to the lawyers saying, the way we win these cases is not by spending all our money. It's by making the other son of a bitch spend all of his. And that's what they tried to do. The tobacco companies, because she might die, they had a scheme where they were going to go into probate court, which the probate judges sit each morning and someone can come in and say, oh, this person is dying or this person's incompetent, so we want to have a guardian appointed. The problem with that is it would end our trial immediately because an incompetent person can't have a trial and we would have to start over.
It's October 17th? You have to speak up, honey, we can't hear you.
Hey, Todd, I'm sorry to interrupt. Ms. Noggle she's not competent to
She's
testify
answered
right.
almost every one of your questions.
She started to deteriorate during the deposition and couldn't even finish it. And she got to be rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. And so we started trial without her. And before the trial was over, her doctor said she was terminal and she was about to die.
Oftentimes in the cases that we handle, there's a chance that our client may not make it to the courtroom. They may not be alive to see their own case go to trial. Thankfully, we're able to preserve the testimony of our clients in those situations. Because Cindy could not be at her second trial 4 years later, we were able to play the testimony on video for the jury.
She wanted to make a difference in this world. She still wanted to make a difference in this world, and the case still mattered to her. The only way she could make a difference in this world is through this verdict. And it was up to them, it was up to the jury. So I asked the jury in closing argument to make Philip Morris pay, to help change the world, to make Cindy's life have meaning, to help her make a difference in this world, and they did. They found Philip Morris guilty. They gave Cindy's life a greater meaning, and they punished Philip Morris in that verdict.
Cigarettes are engineered to deliver sufficient amounts of nicotine that will induce and maintain nicotine addiction. And the cigarette companies make it hard by engineering their cigarettes deliberately to be hard to stop. You know, when you look at the odds of dying prematurely as a result of a smoking-caused disease, get a coin out and flip it, because it's about a 50% odds of dying prematurely if you're a cigarette smoker.
She's dead. She was dying. They killed her. And it's the only way to change the math. It's the only way to stop them, is these giant verdicts, because it's the only way to make sure it doesn't happen again. The tobacco companies, without a doubt, are the #1 corporate killers.
You know, we're in a nicotine delivery business.
And that's what cigarettes are for.
They know some people will quit and lots will die, and they gotta replace them if they wanna make money. Don't tell me that someone who decides to target children isn't also responsible when that child grows up an addict and dies of smoking.